Hello, today we are going to install NetBSD 10.0 RC3 from January 2024 in a QEMU virtual machine, and then we're going to install KDE 5 applications. I searched on Google for NetBSD. It took me to the wiki page of the NetBSD operating system, one of the three big BSD operating system families, along with FreeBSD and OpenBSD. 1993. The website is netbsd.org, and the latest 10.0 RC3 is available. RC meaning release candidate. There's the page for the RC3, and this is the directory. Okay. We are on AMD64. We're going to need a CD-ROM image, so a file with the extension ISO. Let's look a bit at the structure of the directory. So there's the AMD directory. There's directories for the supported architectures. We're going to go with AMD 64. In here we have the sets, extension tar.xz. We have the kernel 1, 2, and 3. And the install.html file with install instructions, the procedure, where it says that the inside of the AMD directory installation CD-ROM, there's just a bootable CD-ROM image that does not contain the binary sets. So what we actually need to do is to go to the images directory, so not to AMD64. So let's go there. Letter I, images. We need a file with extension ISO, not with GZ, IMG. So this is the one, AMD64 ISO. Let's download it. So it's less than a gigabyte in size. Download speed 100 megabit per second. The ISO has finished downloading. Let's create a virtual machine. New virtual machine. ISO. Browse. This is the one. Could not detect the operating system. Let's try to see if it is available in here. Only NetBSD 9, so probably does not know the full hardware that's supported in a virtual machine by NetBSD 10 RC3. Forward. Let's make this a virtual machine that uses most of my resources. NetBSD. So this is the worst of the two motherboards. I'm going to try to boot with the best motherboard, and I'll be back if that's successful. So this is my first try that I'm going to do. The best chipset, firmware BIOS, the disk. I'm going to try to make it vert.io. I do not know if this will work. I'm just trying. If not, I'm going to reinstall with a suggested virtual machine configuration. SATA. Network interface. Let's go with VirtIO. This way, we're going to find out if NetBSD 10 supports the network interface card VirtIO, if it supports SATA CD-ROMs, which almost certainly it does, if it supports virtual hard disks of type VirtIO. I'll be back in a second with the information. Does this virtual machine boot or not? NetBSD installed correctly with such a configuration inside of the virtual machine. Let's look again at the virtual machine configuration. So the better motherboard, one CPU socket and 14 cores, 10 gigabytes of RAM, VirtIO hard disk, SATA CD-ROM, network interface card VirtIO. It's creating the QCOW virtual machine hardware, hard disk. This is the bootloader from CD-ROM, boots from CD-ROM. Install in English, US English, to hard disk. Partition your disk, create BSD file systems, load sets, initial system configuration, yes. LD0, 200 gigabytes, that's the one. I'm not sure if GPTs that were supported. MBR is the previous standard. Correct geometry. Use the entire disk. Use default partition sizes. So whole disk is 200 gigabytes. NetBSD partition is 200 gigabytes. Slash is 195 gigabytes. Swap is 1 gigabyte. So swap partition and slash. Partition sizes are okay. I press enter. Shall we continue? Yes. Use the BIOS console. I want to install all of the sets. Probably. From CD-ROM. Now it's getting the sets, so the files with name ending in tar.xz from the CD-ROM and extracting them to the slash directory on the virtual hard disk. This is going to take 3 minutes. All of the sets, files with extension tar.xz have been extracted into the slash directory. Now we have additional configurations to do. Password for root user. Okay, let's configure most of these things. Time zone. Page down to go faster. New York. Okay. The terminal shell. So SH, KSH, or CSH. Let's go with SH. Root password, I've already configured that. Let's do the networking. virt.io. I'm not sure what this thing is. Auto configuration, yes. DHCP. I use Virt Manager as virtualization software, and that provides a DHCP server to all of the virtual machines. Hostname, DNS domain. These are okay. Should it be saved into /etc? Okay, next up. So I did root password, enable binary packages, yes sir. Install package in and update package summary. So it will download metadata from the available package repositories and install the package manager software. In order to install software, we use package in space install and then the package name. And it has a manual page. Enter to continue. So we did this. I'm not going to build software from source. I do want SSH. I do not want XDM. I'm not sure what this thing is. Add a user. Wheel, yes. SH. Password. And done with the password. Finished configuring. I will need to edit /etc/rc.conf in order to configure what other services to run. There's a man after boot. There's the install document, which is in here somewhere. So parent EMD64 is this guy. Hit enter to continue and reboot the system. We should have an Xorg server, a desktop manager that's not running, so XDM is not running by default, an SSH server, fonts, reboot the computer. This is booting from the MBR from the virtual hard disk because the CD-ROM has been removed when you reboot the computer, the virtual machine for the first time. Uses DHCP for network configuration. Swap partition. SSH server initialized. Okay. And we're presented with the command line login prompt, which, if possible, we'll try not to use. So we'll try not to use the virtualization software to connect to the virtual machine. Let's find out the network interface card's IPv4 address, this guy. Let's try to connect via SSH. SSH. Ctrl-Shift-V. So something's not okay. It says that I already have this IPv4 address. Do I want to connect to this machine for the first time? Yes. Administrator's password. And I could connect correctly. Let's see if I can become super user. I can. I'm the user root now. Can I exit with Control D? Yes, it works. Do we have sudo? Nope. Do we have do else? Nope. So su minus will it be? And the password of the user root. Let's look at the install document. So these are instructions specific for AMD64 architecture. We've already installed the system. We've booted the system. So what should we do next? Let's scroll there. We did installation. It says post-installation steps. Before everything else, let's read the man page for post-install. It's a utility to perform post-installation checks and fixes. Okay, not that important to me. I could connect, I have networking. I do not need more user accounts. We'll not start the X server yet until we finish installing all of the binary packages that I require when I use the command line. Says that the list of precompiled packages is available here in AMD64, then and all. Which is where? So the instructions say that there should be a subdirectory 10.0 minus rc underscore rc3, which I cannot find, but probably this one. All, and in here we have the list. So first of all, we'll install MC, all words like this. Okay, so package in. Let's read the man page. Auto remove, clean, install, list, remove, package in, install, MC. Let's see if it works. Proceed, yes. In that command, there is a command line dual pane orthodox file manager, similar to DOS Navigator and Norton Commander. Let's see if it worked. MC. Yes, there it is. What else? Emacs, no X. No X11. Alt backspace works. Emacs. No X11. So this would be the command line text editor that I want to use. I have an SSH server. I know how to navigate the file system because I have MC installed. I know how to edit files because I have Emacs installed. Let's install bash, and then that would be it. And the name of the package bash is bash. Bash. Okay, let me change shells both for the user root and the user administrator from sh to bash bash. I searched for NetBSD how to change shell, and in NetBSD change shell is the same as chpass-chfn, and there's also a wiki page. Let's search for change. So using change pass goes -s, then the full path to the shell, and then the username. So that would be okay. So we could use change pass or change shell is the same thing. -s, the full path to bash. Let's find it out. So it's in /usr/package/bin/bash because that's /usr/package is for packages which are not part of SRC, not part of the NetBSD sets, but parts of package SRC, which is the NetBSD ports collection. So third-party software ported to NetBSD. Whether you install it from source or using pkgin, it will go to the same place /usr/package. Whereas the current shell is in /bin/sh because the sh shell is part of the NetBSD operating system sets. Okay, so change shell. And then the username, which you cannot set it. It will change for the current user. Let's see if this is the way to do it for the user administrator. Okay, Control D and Control D again. So I close the OpenSSH connection. Let's connect again. And now I'm not using sh, but bash. There's no PS3. These are probably all of the processes that are running right now. There's the OpenSSH server. There's stop, the command line that I am using right now. And between SSHD and top, there's bash. This is the DHCP client. There's pid1, which is init. Okay. Let's see if I switch to the super user. If the user root uses bash, which is it does. So that about concludes me configuring the command line of NetBSD. I have a text editor, file manager, shell, more than enough for me to survive at the command line. Next up, I'm going to install a desktop environment and try to connect to the NetBSD virtual machine using probably VNC or RDP protocol, whatever I can get working. I have managed to install the VNC server named tigervnc. Let's see how that looks like. So in the list of packages available, I search for Tiger. There's this tigervnc. I'm installing the package. It's already installed. I'm the user root now. I need to be the user administrator, Control D. And I'm following the instructions from the Arch Linux wiki for tigervnc. And the instructions go like this. I need to call the executable vncpasswd, which I did. Asks for a password. The password must be at least 6 characters. Would you like to enter a view-only password? No. And then it says that this file has been created, which should be chmoded to 0600. So chmod, this thing, this thing. VNC password, let's change to that directory and let's see if the chmod was correct or not. So says for the current user 6, which means read write not x, 4 plus 2, for the my user group nothing, and for everybody else nothing. Okay. Then it says that I should have a configuration file where I tell the VNC server what it should start. I did not install the LXQt desktop environment yet. I see that it's available in the list of packages. So first of all, I would want to install KDE Plasma 5. As far as I see, it's not available because there's no kwin package. There's no Plasma desktop. So I'm going for the next best, which is LXQt. And I find this thing, which is probably the meta package. If I search on the internet, NetBSD LXQt takes me here and says that indeed the package named LXQt is a meta package, which will install all of these things. So window manager will be open box. There's tools, menus, panels, image viewers, file manager, etc., etc. Terminal. Okay. So we'll skip this one for now, just to make sure that the VNC connection works correctly. Okay. In order to start the tigervnc service, all I need to do is to start a VNC server. Let's actually reboot the virtual machine. Let's see that the virtual machine actually reboots. Let's not wait. 5 seconds. 5 seconds is a long time out. Should be maximum 2 seconds there. Or maybe 1. Okay. Let's connect using SSH protocol. The minimal X sets are so the X sets are installed. We have a minimal X server and a window manager and a desktop manager, probably xterm or another terminal. So let's just start the X server using the VNC server and see how it looks like. And then if we determine that the connection using VNC is okay, we can start installing the LXQt desktop environment. Okay, so just the VNC server. Username and then display. And the default display is :1 in the configuration files. Okay. It started. So let's connect from the command line. From the host machine, I have tigervnc installed, the client parts. I have two viewers, one GUI and another from the command line. Let's go with the command line one first. vncviewer, and what does it require? So let's look at the help. It says vncviewer and then host name, host in the sense of IPv4 address, for instance, of the virtual machine, and then display, which is one. vncviewer, the IP address is the one that we can see in the first tab in here, 192.168.122.42, and then colon display name 1. Okay, asks for the 6-character long password, at least. And we have a graphical user interface connection to the virtual machine. We have xclock running, we have xterm running. It's uxterm, actually. This is probably the xclock. There's a window manager. I can move windows around, resize them. There's also a desktop context menu. So desktop middle click is the list of windows. Desktop right click is this menu, terminal applications, desktop utilities, terminal utilities. And desktop left click is the same thing. And the window manager is ctwm. So twm is the default built-in window manager part of xorg, x11, and this is ctwm. Okay, we can even use this terminal in here. Let's see how far we can get. Okay, so we're going to see if copy paste works. Copy, package in, install, and then how do we paste? I'm not sure how. Okay, we'll ignore this pasting thing. LXQt. Do I want to proceed? Yes. 320 megabytes to download. 149 binary NetBSD packages to install. A ton of Qt 5 binary packages. X binary packages. Wayland. Fonts, Vera, Speaks, audio, codec, the accessibility framework AAT, SPI, Avahi MDNS, icon sets, compiler clang, download executable and library curl, dbus, ICU fonts, internationalization, harfbus fonts, GTK2 and 3, GStreamer audio, lame MP3 codec, caps printing, OG Opus, SND file Vorbis for audio codecs, XML to XSL2. So I'll be back when it finishes. And now it started installing the actual packages from the LXQt community. So LXimage, LXQt about, panel, Qt theming, themes, portable 7-zip. This is the file manager, pkgin fm-qt. This is for the audio volume. 3D sound, the window manager, open box. Okay, so all of the binary packages have been downloaded. Then they were installed. There's messages from some of those packages. And it's a good thing if we can install all of the Google noto-fonts before doing anything in the graphical user interface mode. So I'm trying to do that. So I searched on the list of packages for Noto. I found these packages. I'm not sure if there's a meta package or not. Noto-ttf. Let me just install them one by one. Can we resize the VNC window? Yes, we can. Even more. Okay. For package install noto-cjk-fonts, noto-emoji-ttf, noto-fonts, noto-ttf. Okay, 5 packages to install, 1 gigabyte to download. .6 megabytes per second times 8. The download speeds are really okay. So I cannot copy paste between the VNC window and the host using copy paste, but I can with a primary selection. So just select something in the virtual machine and middle click paste on the host. Okay. So these are the instructions up until now. Next up, we'll need to tell the VNC server that it should not start the default X11 session, which is with CTWM, but instead start the LXQt desktop by default. And for that, I'm going to try to apply these instructions from the Arch Linux wiki, where it says that I should have a configuration file per my user. My user is named administrator. Something like this. I'll make a configuration file that works and I'll be back such that we can look at this file. Okay, so I have managed to configure tigervnc correctly on NetBSD such that it starts the desktop environment LXQt. I searched for LXQt in Arch Linux Wiki. Says that if I want to start LXQt from xinit, the only thing that I need to have in the configuration file is the line exec space startlxqt. And then the configuration file for VNC server is tilde/.vnc xstartup. So this needs to be a file that's executable, and inside I only have this line exec startlxqt. I'm starting the X server with this command line, the VNC server with this command line, VNC server space :1. It takes, I don't know, 3 minutes or something like that to start. After it finishes starting, it returns the prompt to my bash terminal shell, at which point I can connect to it using vncviewer. So just vncviewer, IPv4 address of the virtual machine, :1. So I'm running vncviewer on the host machine, and I'm running VNC server :1 on the NetBSD virtual machine. This is the result. LXQt is not yet configured, so let's configure it. TWM is the most basic window manager, part of X.org, X11. CTWM is a window manager that's a bit more featureful than TWM, but then LXQt prefers that we use OpenBox, so that's what we're going to use as a window manager. The desktop environment LXQt has started correctly. Next step would be to resize the window, see if we resize the VNC client, if the virtual machine resolution changes. Seems it does. We don't need yet to install a web browser in the virtual machine because I'm guessing that copy paste of text works between the host machine where I have Mozilla Firefox web browser and the virtual machine. Let's see how LXQt looks like. So this is the compression zip application, file manager, screenshot tool, image viewer, and the terminal. It's QTerminal. Next up, what we're really after is to install the latest version of NetBSD in a virtual machine. We did that. And then I want to run the latest KDE software that's available for NetBSD. Again, we don't have KWin, the window manager. We don't have the Plasma desktop, but we still can run the KDE applications, hopefully in LXQt, the desktop environment. Let's look at the list of packages that are available for us. The first one that I would want to install is Kate, the text editor. Seems to exist. So minus package in install Kate. This will install KDE frameworks version 5, such as K-Codex, K-Core add-ons, K-Declarative, K-Icon themes, etc. Additional Qt 5 binary packages, Qt 5 Qt speech, Qt 5 Qt quick controls. 64 packages in total. 46 megabytes. Okay, after we have Kate, the next thing that I want is the terminal, which is console. It's available in here. And then I want Crusader, the Orthodox twin pane file manager. And then that's about it. The other usual KDE applications, such as the games, are available in here. We can see them. There's KShisen, KCirc, KSpaceDuel, okay, KSudoku. Let's see if Kate is in the correct place. Where should it be? It's in programming. It starts correctly. It's recent enough that it has a welcome page about KDE works, about Kate. So it's not using the theme from KDE, it's using the theme from Qt. Let's see if we can fix that thing. It's called Plasma integration. No such thing. Okay, so console. Most of the KDE frameworks version 5 have already been installed as part of Kate, and now less KDE frameworks version 5 need to be installed as part of the installation of console. That's why installing console took only 4 binary packages to download and install. Okay, let's see Crusader. Oxygen icons. There's breeze icons. So system tools, console, the terminal. How do we make it use a quarter of the screen? We can't. Okay, we don't need the LXQt terminal anymore. Qt terminal. Are you sure you want to exit? Yes. Or do we? This spacing is intriguing in here, and text moves a lot. Okay. Accessories, Crusader. Okay. 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 Layout compact. What else do I usually change in here? Default icon size the smallest. General tab bar position top. Else. The editor would be /usr/package/bin/kate. And that's it. Close. Okay, let's change some things around. No main, no any other toolbar, no status bar, no function keys, embedded terminal. And unfortunately, the embedded terminal has the same bugs as console. Maybe it's bugs in console, maybe it's bugs in the fact that console is running under LXQt. So when you move the selection, the letters move around the characters. And then there's interesting spacing in here. The issues that we see in the full application console can also be seen in the integrated terminal that's available in other applications such as Crusader or Kate. How do we see the terminal in here? It's the same issues. Let's look at the package versions. So Qt 5, 5.15.11, very new. Qt 6 is also available, and version 6.6.1, extremely new. And also the KDE software that's available in NetBSD is very new. So except the fact that some KDE software packages are missing, such that you cannot have a full KDE Plasma desktop, the software that is available is up to date. And less than 15 packages are missing in order to have the KDE Plasma version 5 running correctly on NetBSD. These packages have just started to work correctly and be available in binary form for OpenBSD and other BSD operating system. Okay, let's see what we can change in the settings because the fonts are a bit too large. So LXQt preferences, LXQt settings. Let's see where are the fonts. Font. It's using Bitstream Vera Sans instead of Noto. Let's change to Noto if possible. Noto, but which Noto? How do you just select Noto Sans? This guy. Okay. Apply. Make fonts a bit smaller, at least a bit smaller. Okay. And it says that it does sub-pixel anti-aliasing RGB by default, which is great. And hinting full. Great. Can we increase the size of the cursor? Says that there's no cursor themes. Okay, so this is maybe a packaging issue. No font themes are shipped with LXQt. Icon themes, there's Breeze, part of KDE, and then there's Oxygen, which is also part of KDE. Widget style Fusion and Windows. So it's missing the Breeze style. This is how working with console looks like. So spaces are inserted everywhere in the standard output, in the line that we edit. I can see Qt 4 and KDE 4 things. So Qt 4 components and also KDE 4, KDE runtime 4, KDE wallpapers 4, KDE workspace 4, KDE artwork 4, KDE base apps 4, KDE libs 4, etc. Packages that contain KDE in name and a4. Let's install two final packages. So package in, install a mahjong, and color paint. Yes. libkd games. 25 megabytes to download, 8 binary packages to install. Sane is the scanners. Okay. Let's see them appear in the correct place. Mahjong in games. Great. How do we make it autoplay? Demo. Full screen works. And then the graphics color paint application. The MS Paint like application. Epsilon. Your computer has lost the game. Wow. How is that possible? Okay, so this is it. NetBSD looks great, really fast and easy to install. No nonsense. It by default wants to install all of the sets, so the Xorg server is configured correctly out of the box. I'm not actually running the X server using QEMU Virt Manager, the virtualization software, because I do not want to fight with hardware, with mouse types, with settings in the virtual machine, etc. I always go straight for RDP if such a thing is available in the operating system. I searched for the X RDP server, I could not find it. So I'm guessing it's not ported yet, the software XRTP. So then I went with the second best, which is tigervnc. Was available, the server. I've installed it in the virtual machine, and I'm connecting from the host using the tigervnc client. Everything works okay. I can resize the virtual machine as needed. Where are you? By just resizing the tigervnc client window. As far as I know, copy paste works correctly. And it does. Even middle click selection works correctly. So primary. So this is it. Thank you.